What's up, everybody, and welcome back to A Beer a Day with TK. It's a beautiful night here in Findlay, Ohio, and Anderson and I are sitting in the beer shed checking out some new beers. What's good, Anderson?
Oh, I'm just ready to have another beer.
Why not, right? We went out to hit a couple breweries today. Now we're back here drinking some of the Rare Beer Club beers. Is that where you got this one?
Yes, that's where I got it.
Whenever I see the bombers, I know what's happening. My friend Squilliam Fancyson over here is going to show up with the beers and the bomber beers that come from the Rare Beer Club. It's actually a very cool club. I think he gets it every year for Christmas or something every year.
Yeah, it's the one I have is two of these every month.
Yeah, and they're usually some pretty solid beers. Most of them have low numbers. Some of them are actually even specials for the Rare Beer Club, right? That you can't even get them elsewhere. So always thrilled to be able to check some of these out. This one here is called Concubine, and this is a farmhouse or saison, and it's from Brasserie Dunham, and they are from Dunham, Quebec, Canada. So this is a Quebecois beer here, right? So very interested to give it a shot. I think the only Quebec beers I really ever have is Le Fin du Monde and all those. What's the name of that?
Unibrew?
Unibrow or Broue or something.
I don't speak French.
I don't either. My son took French in high school and college. Usually I make him tell me how to say these French words ahead of time so I don't look like a complete baboon. Now, I'm okay with names from watching hockey, but some of the other stuff, not so great. This is an interesting brew. This one here is, it says it's made with green jade pearl rice and matcha tea.
I don't know what green jade pearl rice is.
I don't know, dude. I mean, I know there's different kinds of rice, right? Like you have the jasmine rice, brown rice, and all these different kinds of ones. Can I tell you what green jade pearl rice is?
No. No idea.
That being said, I guess it's going to be ricey, the kind of rice adjuncty taste, maybe?
Maybe.
And the tea, matcha tea. I am a tea drinker, but I drink Irish breakfast, which is just kind of a strong dark tea. I'm guessing the matcha is more like a green tea, isn't it? I think.
I don't know. I'm not that familiar with that kind of tea.
Yeah. So this is kind of a strange one. Nothing else really of
no, there's not much on the label other than it's a cool...
the label is very interesting.
Cool
It's got
label.
some nice artwork on there, and it said that the name of the person who drew it was Matthew Potvin. Not drew it, I guess. The artist.
They actually label it as the illustrator, which is the first time I've seen that on a beer as the illustrator.
Very interesting. Dennis Potvin. As you all know, my daughter goes to art school, so I'll always be pushing the artist.
Where did you get Dennis from?
Oh, sorry. Dennis Potvin was a hockey player. Matthew Potvin. Dennis Potvin was a hockey player. Does really well ratings-wise. Untappd a 3.81. Beer Advocate a 4.18. That being said, there are very limited check-ins. Untappd at 494, so not that many. Beer Advocate had even fewer. It had 4. So, I mean, I guess that's just the folks that are in... Oh, shit. Rare Beer Club.
So, when I was reading Beer Advocate,
Yeah.
a couple people mentioned that it
Did the overfoam there?
foams up pretty quick when you open it.
Well, I mean, saisons and farmhouses tend to do that anyway. This is a styles hit or miss for me. I'm not necessarily...
I was hoping you wouldn't pay attention and it would foam up all over you.
I'm not a huge fan of the farmhouses. We'll see though. The problem with me is they tend to be over carbonated, and it kind of gets to me. Not a huge fan of that.
Well, that's part of the
natural ferment. Well, I mean the natural fermentation process too, and all that kind of stuff. I guess
that is a lot of head.
it is, and this isn't a hard pour. That's just
No. I mean that's just goes with the style.
Yeah.
I mean it's a big, fluffy, pillowy, bleach white.
Yeah. Head, and usually they break up and do that clunky island thing when you're dealing with this style as well. Looks like we still got a little bit more in there. These bottles are always hard to judge because they're so damn heavy as they are. Yeah, I'll make sure I save this here, all this yeast for Anderson.
Well, you better split some of that with yourself.
So he can blow the toilet up. Yeah, there's still some more in it. We'll work with that. Color. We got our Brew HQ SRM chart. What are you thinking?
Wow. Look at that carbonation. That is just crazy.
For the chart, I would probably say maybe like a 4.
Yeah, it's 4, but it's very, very cloud. I mean, like, you can't see through it.
No, that's cloudy. You got a ton of bubbles going in there, too. Yeah, they look big, too, bro.
Yeah. I mean, that is
There's
just
tons
crazy carbonation.
of bubbles. Holy crap. I'm trying to look for funk on the bottom. Don't really see any.
It's
Shorts floating around in there. This head
is not going anywhere.
No, man. This is multiple fingers, white, frothy head. It's not even breaking up, man.
It's like the head when you make a root beer float.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like when you pour the root beer over the ice cream. It just kind of sits there, that giant funky head. That's exactly what it looks like.
But you could eat that with a spoon.
Yeah, let's give it a sniff.
Typical farmhouse.
Yeah.
I mean,
slight funk.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just your typical farmhouse saison smell.
Yeah,
nothing crazy. I don't smell any rice or tea.
No, I can't say I pick up either of those. Although if the matcha tea is a green tea, it might be more of a kind of subdued smell. You know what I mean?
Could be.
You got your phone? Look up matcha tea real quick, man. See what it says. Should have done this ahead of time, right?
You should have.
I have to pay union rates to get people to do the job correctly.
As you should. What is it? Matcha tea?
Yeah, Matcha. I think that's like green tea, like Asian tea kind of thing. Oh, crap.
Finely ground, powdered, or specially grown and processed green tea leaves.
Yeah, I think when my mom visited China one time, she was a travel agent, went to China, and when she come back, she had this thing of tea that was like pressed into like an interesting shape. I said, sure, it's tea, sure. But I think it was this matcha tea.
The green tea plants used for matcha are shade grown for 3 to 4 weeks before harvest.
Okay.
And the stems and veins are removed during processing.
Okay, so that's what it is. Interesting, because those teas look very green on that thing there. And I mean, obviously, there's nothing.
You have to throw a picture of that up there.
Yeah, I'll throw a picture of the matcha tea. But it looked very green.
It looked like the slime from You Can't Do That on Television.
Yeah, or the Ecto Cooler or something like that.
Yes,
Dude, it was weird. So smell kind of subtle, nothing too crazy. Maybe like a light floral thing, lightly.
I mean, if you had a farmhouse or a saison before, that's what it smells like.
Maybe a little slightly funky floral. That's it. All right, let's give it a shot. Did you take a sip already?
No.
Then how the hell is your head this made of mine is still like massive like this?
I'm good.
Did he do the nose grease thing when I wasn't looking?
No.
All right, let's give it a shot.
Cheers.
Body. Medium. The taste on that is freaking weird.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if I like that.
I mean, you do get the regular kind of farmhouse, but there's something else in there.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, you don't notice the carbonation.
No. When you see the bubbles, it's super carbonated, but doesn't really taste it, at least yet. I mean, I haven't taken a massive gulp of it yet either, but that's funky and weird, man.
There's definitely some weird aftertaste.
Yeah. It's got a little bit of a weird sweetness to it, which I'm guessing is the rice. That I'm really not digging that. Whatever the sweetness is not for me. I don't like it.
There's almost like a silkiness to it.
Yeah. Something else weird in there that I'm guessing is the tea.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not familiar with matcha tea or what that kind of flavor is. I mean, I'm familiar with green tea, but not matcha tea.
I'm not picking up any real hops that you really know. Not picking up many of the traditional beer flavors. It's got the saison kind of weird, funky thing going on. It's a little bit floral tasting as well, I would say. You get a little bit of a sweetness, which I'm guessing is the rice, which for me is a big turnoff. I do not like that. And as far as the other weird it ends with an odd taste too.
Yeah, there's an odd.
I'm guessing is the tea. For me, I'm not digging it. I mean, it does really well ratings wise. It's up near 4 on Untappd 381, Beer Advocate 418. But for me, I don't dig this, man. I don't like it. What do you think? You like it?
I don't know. It's good at first,
like a
and
weird
that weird
creamy thing going on too.
Yeah.
Which I don't like it. I don't like it. It's not for me. It's probably well made and it's what it's supposed to be. Just
I think it's a kind of an
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I would say Concubine, Brasserie Dunham, be thumbs down. I wouldn't drink this again. I don't like it. Where are you going?
I would just give it an I mean, like, if you handed this to me, I would drink it, but I wouldn't search it out. I wouldn't buy it again.
This, for me, like, I honestly don't even want to drink this. Like, I seriously dislike it that much. I don't like it at all. There's, like, 15 weird things, and all of them I dislike. You know what I mean? It's just not a hit for me.
I think part of my problem is that I can't give it a solid thumbs down is because I don't know what matcha tea tastes like.
Doesn't matter?
And maybe, yeah.
Why? I mean, I get you could say it's a good representation of a matcha tea and green jade pearl rice beer. But the $1 million question is, do you like it? Would you drink it again?
Again, if somebody handed it to me, yes. Would I search it out and buy it now?
Well, someone's going to hand it to you. There you go, my brother. You can have 2 glasses of Concubine.
I think you're man enough to finish your half of mason jar.
I'll drink it, but don't dig it. I would definitely not buy it again.
The artwork's better than the beer.
Yeah. And, to be fair, I think with the Rare Beer Club, it's something we've kind of found over time. Anderson usually shares these with me, and I'm, thrilled that he does, because my cheap self can't afford these, so I'm happy that you share them with me. But a lot of them are kind of big beers, weird styles, and, some of them hit, some of them don't. And I guess it really just depends on your personal taste. And this is something I said in a lot of these videos. If I don't like something, it doesn't mean the beer's bad. It just means I don't like it.
Right.
So what does that mean? Who cares? I mean, I like, I probably like some beers you don't. It is what it is. Hopefully you liked the video. If you do, please give us a thumbs up. Hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit subscribe. And as always, you got any comments or questions, jump in down below. Are you in the Rare Beer Club like Anderson and the other Bilderberg folks? Have you tried Concubine from the Brasserie Dunham? Did I get it completely wrong? Am I missing something here? Is matcha tea and green jade pearl rice the business? And I'm just off base with this. I don't know. Maybe. Hey, let us know in the comments down below. Till next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.